أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. So I started last session with Imam Jafar Sadiq alayhi salam discussion about animal kingdom. I have presented how animals are deprived of faculties of intellect and reason and how they are made subservient to man. Imam alayhi salam gave few more examples how some animals are made to do more work than other, but they are still obedient of their masters. A donkey, for example, that is made to perform variety of different tasks, and seeing a horse resting cannot object master and does not stop working. Each is assigned different amount and load of work, but they don't look at other animals and object or disobey master. A bull submits to its master, plowing the fields with the yoke on its neck. The dog among the beasts is endowed with a special trait, royalty to its master. So it keep watch during dark nights, safeguarding against burglars. It is prepared to lay down its life to save his master's life and his flocks. In the same way, horses in old days used to rush into swords, blades, and spears like the masters during the battles. All these animals, they all never disobey, even when tasked with life-threatening tasks. Similarly, the other species of animals are subservient to man. Why? This is because they do not possess intellect, nor any power to reason out matters. Had they possessed intellect, they would have implement lots of man's requirements. So if assume that if animals possess intellect and reason, they would have contested for food materials with men. They would have faced their combined, then in that case, like if they start contesting for food materials with men, who then would have faced their combined advance against men? If all the wild animals started contesting for food material with men, then it would have been difficult to face their combined advance. Imam alayhi salam then says, like, don't you see how they are prevented from doing so? They fear the habitats of man and fear from him instead of man fearing them. They fear man with all their majestic awesomeness. Like if a tiger or a lion comes in front of a man, can man face such a huge animal with all their majestic awesomeness? No. So they are afraid of man without having suffered any harm or warning from him. If this had not been so, they would have come jumping into human habitats and they would have made humans' life miserable. Now Imam alayhi salam explains how if a man had to do the work of a single camel or a single mule, several men would be required, which will cause a deadlock in other undertakings. These simple tasks would have absorbed all manpower without leaving any hands spare for arts or other professions. Then Imam alayhi salam then talks about three kinds of living beings and constitutions and merits with which they are endowed. Man, having been ordained to possess intellect and reason to undertake such professions like carpentry, masonry, smithy, sewing, all those professions require like some special traits. Like therefore, men have been endowed with a broad palm, with thick fingers, to enable him to grasp all types of tools necessary for all these professions. Now, the carnivorous animals. These animals, having been ordained to live on hunting or game, they have been gifted with soft palms, with claws that are capable of being drawn in, sharp fangs, hard claws, and wide mouths. All these traits, they are suitable for hunting, but they are unfit for professional arts. They have been armed with such tools that benefit them for hunting. Next is herbivorous animals. So if you look at herbivorous animals, they have been ordained neither for professional arts nor they hunt. So they have been gifted with slotted hoofs to save them from hardness of ground while grazing, while others have like solid hoofs to be able to squarely stand on the ground. Now, Imam alayhi salam says, like, imagine like if the claws of carnivorous animals were given to herbivorous animals, they would have been worse than useless, for they neither hunt nor catch flesh. And if carnivorous animals were given the hooves instead of claws, they would have failed to secure all their necessities. Then Imam alayhi salam says, don't you see that these kinds of animals are gifted with exactly the things that are appropriate and in accordance with their needs, and actually therein lies their survival. So I will end this summary here today, and inshallah I will continue next time.